Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel. So hopefully you are here to see something with the Country Birdhouse bundle, as that is my stamp set, well, bundle for the month of June. This is in the new annual catalog. I absolutely love it. I love the birdhouse so much, guys, and I see so many things. Don't know if I'll get to do all of them. I'm hoping so. I mean, that's why I do this, right? So this is Saturday series video number 3, which means it is an avid card. For the avid stamper, doesn't mean that a beginner or a casual stamper couldn't do this card. The only reason why I'm considering it an avid is because I'm using DSP ribbon dyes and blends. It is not a difficult card. Please do not let the word avid scare you away from trying this. So my fold, it is a fun fold. Look at this. This is from Miss Joanne Prosper, who sent me this beautiful birthday card. Isn't that cool? It is a Z fold, but it does not use 2 pieces of cardstock. It's just one. It's just the way that she folded it. So that's what we're doing. Now I have somewhat of a sample because this is the birdhouse. This is using retired Rich Razzleberry DSP in color. So anyways, there you go, right? So this is my idea. I had to figure it out. I knew I would. As soon as I saw that card, I knew I would have to do it. So this is what we're kind of going for. Now let me go over what we're using. So we're going to be using the birdhouse, the circle die, the little bird, hello friend, this one, and the little flower. And I already did the die, so let me set that up and away. And let's go over what you're basically going to need. Where are we going? Right here. So I know it's kind of sloppy. All of the measurements will be in the description part of the video. So card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, 6 3/4, and at 9. We're going to do that together. Then we have, which is so great because you only need 1 piece, and then this little extra bit. So DSP 1 and 2 are, let me get them here. This is number 2. Nope, this is number 1. 2 by 4. I changed it. I didn't do the 16th. I tried to keep them just even numbers. DSP number 2 is 1 by 4. Then we have a piece of cardstock. Layer number 1 is 3 1/4 by 4. The same color as my card base. And then its coordinating piece of DSP is 3 by 4, which goes like that. Now I have a scrap piece for my little bird, which is already stamped, but we're going to, in die cut, we're going to color him together. My birdhouse is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I'm just using the reverse of this DSP. This DSP is called Country Lace. It was one of those that's on the same page, Country Lace. Okay. This was on the same page with the Country Birdhouse. It might have been part of the suite. I just got the DSP. This is what we're going to stamp our birdhouse on. I have an extra birdhouse cut in just some cheap white cardstock to back this onto. Miss Phyllis and Miss Joanne, excuse me, sent me some of these. I found my package from Phyllis. Oh, I found it. So I pulled these out. We're going to use this for the little perch bit. Then I have 2 pieces of ribbon, and they measure 5 inches. This is retired, but it's the Misty Moonlight ribbon. And since the paper is Misty Moonlight, we might as well use it. So I have plenty of it. So we have 2 of those, and I'm using this white envelope from a previous paper pumpkin, and it's got blues in it just to use up the envelope. And we are going to be using a Misty Moonlight Stampin' Up marker. The blends for the birds, and I'm going to do a little blending on the birdhouse, is Pale Papaya and Petal Pink. That's that pink. Misty Moonlight ink, and we're going to do the die cutting of the birdhouse on together. So let's, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know. What do I want to do? I think we're going to stamp our birdhouse. We're going to work on our birdhouse first. I feel that's what I'm feeling. So we have that little circle die because I want to cut out the center of the birdhouse on here so you see this paper behind it. So I need my birdhouse. I stuck that block on top of the ink pad, which is not good since I need that. Larger images, it is easier to take the stamp to the image rather than trying to stamp that large image all over this ink pad. So 3.5 by 4.25 gives you plenty of room to stamp. I'm going to give it a second. Ta-da! Look at that. Looks really cute. Really, really, really cute. I have that little scrap I might use for something. So what we need to do now is to die cut this out. And ta-da! This is the most I have ever die cut on camera, guys. I mean, the most ever. I don't do a lot of die cutting on camera. So plates 1 and plates 2. Oops. Make sure I can at least see it, right? I'm going to use washi tape to secure it down on here. And my plates are really warped, but it still will do the job. Wonder if I can get this one up and use it for the center that I want cut. That is kind of moving and I don't like it. So give me a second. I got to move that aside. I really want this like in the right spot. So I might need some more washi tape. We're going to really secure this on there. All right, we're going to go here and we're going to go up here. And I need another little piece of washi tape. My washi tape was stuck to the larger die cut and emboss machine because we need to die cut this out of the center. I'd use a punch, but I can't get a punch all the way in there. So now we're going to die cut. Lay it down there. No magnetic plate for this little baby. I wish there was. I'm not sure if it would be really any easier. This is a really smooth little machine. And the larger one is also. Though I have the old one. I am not replacing it until it is absolutely necessary. It is almost 20 years old and it is still cranking just fine. So there's my little hole in the center of my birdhouse. That's what we wanted. These now will go over there so they're out of the way. And we're going to do some coloring on our birdhouse. Yeah, we are. We're going to start with petal pink. So I got to make sure light petal pink and dark petal pink. I just think that I'm thinking I want to do a test. Let's see. See, I just want to deepen it up some in areas. So this down here, I just want to give it a little, and this is the dark, though I got a little blue on there. This may not work. It's kind of, maybe when it dries. I hope I didn't just ruin this. We will go with it, but you can see the color shading. We're going to do blue here. I'm wondering. I do want to do a blue trim. Yeah, bleeding through it, showing the blue from the other side. So I'm going to have to be selective. This one won't, but I don't have Petal Pink in. So do I do dark scallops or do I do a dark trim? I think we're going to do dark scallops. This is Misty Moonlight. Please be. Yes, it is. I know this is time consuming. But oh, that is pretty. I will tell you, I think it's easier to color with the Stampin'Up markers onto this piece of DSP. But it's lightening up some. As far as you could, when I first colored with the blends on top of this, you started to see the blue from the other side. It's now fading. I'm thinking we are going to do this trim in the Misty Moonlight as well. Yep, we are. Remember, we're going to be having that other side of the DSP underneath the birdhouse. There, I like that. I like it. All right, so our little birdhouse is basically, done, except we need a hole out of there, or I just stick a piece of this back behind there because we'll have to think about that. Give me a minute on that one. All right, on our two, this is 1x4, making sure, I know that's what it is, making sure, okay. This is my 1x4 piece and my 2x4 piece. This is going to go right down the center, which we're going to scoot that off of here. So I want it the 1/2 inch mark, which is that dash, dash, dash line. I want enough to go around the outside of it. The back side, mean. There we go. Bone folder. Give it its little rub down. Lift it off. Unwrap it like a present. And then put our Misty Moonlight ribbon down. Fold that over. And fold that over. Now, since this is kind of bulky, and my tear tape is just like ready, it's just coming off the center cardboard, we're going to use tear tape again so we can secure this down, because I don't want this up on dimensionals. I just don't. And then right down the center. Yeah, you might think that's a lot, but I don't. I think it's going to be well worth it. I'm not going to remove it. I'm just giving it the rub down it needs. Set that aside. Now this one, so it's 2 inches. This one needs to go in the center like so. Just a little added detail. Oh, this is so frustrating. There's not going to be any sticky left on the inside of that by the time I get to it, since that seems to be right in the center. Rub down time. Little massage for our strip so we can remove it. Place my ribbon down. Oh. Fold it over and then more tear tape. One. I think we might need, am I going overkill? I'm not going to put, well, I am going to put one in the center. This one's going to have 5 just because I want to make sure it's well and secured down. Rub down time. That just makes it easier for the backing to come off. All right, this piece, which is 3 1/4, this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is 3 by 4. This needs to get glued down to this piece. Dab, 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 dabba, 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 do, right? Okay. Let's see. See, I wanted this. Maybe I pop that up on dimensionals and not use the white backing. That could work. So that's done. Now we are going to go ahead and score. So our measurements for scoring, we're going to start at 5 1/2. Remember, that dark blade, we don't want nothing to do with that right now. We want this blade, the lighter blade. So 5, that's going to be the back of the card. So got onto it. 5 1/2. Oops, it's not in the track. 1, 2, 3. Nice, even, steady pressure. 5 1/2 and 6 3/4. 1, 2, and 3, and then down to 9. 1, 2, and 3. That's all she wrote. By the way, this is a piece of thick, basic white. I felt that it needed, and she did also, it needed that strength. So I'm going to fold this in half at the 5 1/2 inch mark where it's scored. Then where it's at 6 3/4, we're going to fold that back towards us, score. And that means this piece here is going to fold forward. Then we're going to go like so. And you see this? That is right? Nope, this needs to go back. Like so. I got to make sure. Yes, because now where this is 5 1/2, this is 6 3/4, we're going to glue. Glue, tape it, tear tape it, snail, whatever adhesive you want to use. Just make sure you get along the edges. So I'm going to fold in. I'm going to use my bone folder because I used wet glue to go rub it down. I have a little seepage on there, but I want to make sure that nothing is coming out of there, and nothing is. Okay, so you see the, oh, isn't that cool? I absolutely love it. So next we are going to glue down. See, you're going to have 2 pieces you can write on. Let's see. We are going to put our strips, our 1 inch strip and our 2 inch strip to work. So the 1 inch strip, you're going to see, I bet you can already figure out where this one's going to go, right? All right, so that is going to come here in this section. Our 2 inch strip is going to go here. Now there's no crease here, so you just have to eyeball it up with the very edge, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I am very happy I used tear tape. All right. So what you want to make sure is that you get roughly the same border on this side, this edge, and on this edge. So hopefully, I've got to pull it down this way. Look there. That looks really good. Do you see what we have so far? Now we have our extra panel, which then is going to get glued down in the center, actually, between our two ribbon pieces, which is really cool. Oh, yes. Did I plan that like that? No, I didn't know it would line up so perfectly. So I am going to just put glue on this section. That way, I'm not putting it on the back of my cardstock there, because I don't want to have glue where it's not being glued to something. All right. So I'm going to fold this down, hold it down for a minute, all the way to the edge. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, Joanne, for sending me that birthday card. Look at this. Now, you do have this little section here, but you have plenty of room to write on this side and on this side. I love it. This is definitely going up on dimensionals, just so you know, right? I have to grab them because I didn't expect that. Let's see. Dimensionals. So up there, here, we still have to color our little birdie. That's what I'm saying. I am considering this an avid. Oops, we don't want that. I need to stamp on there. I'm so excited, I forgot. We are going to stamp Hello Friend at the bottom of our birdhouse in the center. I almost forgot, and it would have been terrible. Misty Moonlight. Ta-da! Now we can finish putting the dimensionals on it, right? One there. One there. We're going to chop up some if I can grab my scissors. So, yeah. This little birdhouse is getting a lot of dimensionals. One there. And one there. Ha! That should about cover it. Let's move this out of the way. Please do not let me calling this an avid card scare you away from making it. Really, it's simple. It's just all the, and like on my sample, you don't even need, I mean, I didn't use ribbon or anything. Oh, I forgot we're going to stamp on the inside of the card too. It's a good thing I opened it. I would have been disappointed. So our little birdhouse now is going to go right in the front. I love that you have the little peek hole here. We need our little brown gemstone here. We want a big one. For our little perch, even though our little birdie is going down here. It's not going up there. And I'm thinking I might do 3. I don't know. I'm not sure if I wasn't planning on doing any more. Okay. What am I looking for? Oh, my little stamp. This wee little one. Just a little right there. And hopefully I get it at the top. Just that little bit of detail. Now for our envelope. Oh, I did forget. Let's see. I wanted the flower. There we go. Now I can add the blue or the brown. I think those are really too big. So what do? Just, I think we're going to add this to those. Okay. I'm getting like, my head is spinning with ideas right now. It needs to stop. I need to finish. So let's color our little bird. I stamped it in black Memento because I'm using, and I have an extra one. You can see where I was testing my color scheme. And what I ended up doing, now I can't remember, did I use the light, the dark? I used a combination of pale papaya and dark petal pink. So pale papaya, I'm pretty sure I used the light. Yes. I'm going to color my entire bird. You guys know I am not the world's best coloring person. And I'm using the center part of this. All right. I colored in the bird totally. Then I'm taking the dark petal pink. Yes. The dark petal pink. And I'm doing, oh, that probably needs to be, nope, that's not it. I'm in the middle of a video, honey. That would be Hank. Dark pale papaya for the feet and the beak. You can layer up the coloring on these and get them darker and darker. So then I need the light. This is petal pink. Dark petal pink, light petal pink. Let's see. We're going to start with the dark. I'm going to bring in, yes. All right. I want to bring in like this. Under there. I'm going to bring a little bit up here and a little on the wings, just to give it a little bit of coloring on there. And that's it. So it is two-toned. It's very subtle, but the two colors that work well together are petal pink and pale papaya, in my opinion. So now I'm going to glue this bird to this bird, just so it's a little thicker. And this little bird is going to go right there. I didn't want him on the perch, so I only need to do glue right here. Not on his little tail feather. Just right there. So, I mean, it's very subtle. It's not big and extravagant. There's no big flowers or floral going on. It's just a simply elegant little card. And we do need some more bling. Do I want to do like, I could do those, or we're going to do these. Those are really close to the petal pink. So we're going to add this one there. That one, and then one, two, three, 1, 2. So one up here. No, we don't want the large one. I still want the little ones. All right. This one, I like it that it's going to go right there. I'm thinking they go here. Or maybe I use brown. Lift that one up. We'll do a couple of brown there and one there. Yeah. Yep, we changed our mind. So 2. You know what? I think that's good. I don't think I need more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, and I could change these out. Will they come up? It's the trick. They will. I'm going to change them out for the brown. And why? Because I can. Because I think it's better. And it is. Look at that. Love it. Absolutely love it. So let's work on our envelope, which needs our little trim here. It needs it along the edge, like so. On that one. I'm hoping that one day soon it'll get straight. The more I do it. I got to fold this over. All right, now we're going to do the edge. Oh, that was so not straight. All right, I think we're going to stamp our little birdie in Misty Moonlight. Right there. And then our little flower. We're going to stamp one there. One there. And let's do the back. We are going to stamp along here. And I'm doing the center point, top, and then center. And then I can fill in between those. So we did the center, right? We're doing the top. And then in the center of those two. And then there. Oops. In there. And cute little detail. We are going to add some of these little flowers to the inside. So a little there. Let me fold that completely straight. I don't know why I stamped it there, but we're going to leave it. Do I dare put a little there? A little there. So that is our card. Now I have ink on it. It just goes. It just happens. So we're not going to use that now because we used the other. So this was my sample to try out the fold. I hope that you all like this little cute little card. Really cute little fold. Very subtle, very simple little design. Yes, we put dimensionals and everything, but you could have made it flat. I would have not done this. You could have put a little, what would have been cute is you could stamp. Let me see if I have a little scrap. Let me show you. If you don't have the ribbon with the white. Give me a second. I know there's a little strip in here somewhere. There just always is. Except I've been using them. There was one. This is a 1/2 inch strip. It's the same almost. Yeah, it's a little over 1/2 inch. But if it was a 1/2 inch, you can take, or a 1/4 inch. Where's my little stamp? You could have stamped like this, right? This would have been great for a 1/4 inch. Okay. And make it, and then you would have had a little strip of detail to go onto the paper. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Let me see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to try to do a 1/4 inch. I just can't cut a 1/4 inch with that. So this is, that's roughly a 1/4 inch strip. You could do a 1/2 inch, but a 1/4 inch would work. Now what I'm going to do is come in and I am going to stamp this in the center. I'm not going to get it straight for my goodness gracious me. It just, nothing I'm doing is going to make it straight, right? It's hard to see white on white. There. At least now I can see. Okay, so now I have a little element that could go, let me grab that little strip of paper, down on my DSP instead of my ribbon. See, and you have that little bit of visual detail if you don't have the ribbon. So hopefully that also is helpful to those of you who may not have this ribbon. You may have the DSP or a blue type DSP in Misty Moonlight. Make your own little decorative strip to do this. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you would consider subscribing. If you are not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me out tremendously. Also, I would ask that if you have time to leave a comment and let me know what you think of this fold, of this project, as that also is very informative to me on what is likable on my channel and what is not. But I do this simply because I love sharing my love of paper crafting with all of you out there in the YouTube world, because it is a way for us crafting hobbyists, demonstrators. It's a way for us to connect, share our creativity, share what we love, and I love the feedback I get each and every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You bring me such joy with those comments, and I can't thank you enough. I just can't, and I hope that in a sense I never can, because it is just amazing to me. It overwhelms me sometimes, and I am so moved and so grateful for all of this opportunity to share with you. So thank you for making that happen for me. I sincerely appreciate it, and I invite you to come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everybody.